Hi beautiful people, welcome back. Hope everybody is doing well. Happy Saturday. I am so proud of myself. I have had such a productive morning. I did end up finish doing my baby girl's room yesterday, and lo and behold, the other one came to me and says, Mom, can I please do the same? So bright and early this morning, it was clear sky, so I decided to go and cut my lawn in the front. And it is, I don't know about anybody else, but I find it so relaxing to cut the grass. So I did go out and get a new bed for my older daughter, and we will be taking everything out her room, repainting her room, and basically redoing her room. So I said, let me film this video before I get into that, because I know it's going to be a long day. But before we get into that, my usual disclaimer, please do not take what I say as fact. Feel free to do your own research and come to your own conclusion. Before I go into her Facebook post to show you that, I was sent these messages this morning. I know I'm not supposed to be laughing, it's petty, but it is funny. This was actually another tweet that Todd Chrisley made yesterday, and he says, no, Chrisley knows best source. Doesn't remember the source's name or number. They supposedly called from clown. Now that's top shelf bullshit. You know, it's going to be quite interesting. It's like, why make shit like this up? You know what I'm saying? If you want credibility, I mean, it's at that time when she was friends with Lindsay Chrisley, knowing that, or people knowing that she was good friends with Lindsay Chrisley, that was sufficient enough. You didn't have to go and make up stories about it. But that's just me. And then Todd says, take less time for a lie to circulate than it does the truth. But what can I say? Is that KJ would turn a straight man gay. How pissed off do you think Katie Joy is right now? This is gonna absolutely blow her top. Absolutely blow her top. So during yesterday, when she tried, in my opinion, she tried to convince or mislead her audience that she has settled with Todd Chrisley, you know, but she always went about it in an indirect way and tried to confuse people. And when people were obviously coming at her and questioning her, she put out this and she says, here is the official dismissal of our counterclaims against Live One Inc. and Courtside Group signed by the judge today. The details of the resolution are confidential. The no attorney fees and disbursements is not the confidential resolution. Simply means no money was exchanged for the court fees or the other's attorney's fees. This part of the case is now over, as with all litigation. Most never go to trial, and we will work toward a resolution on the other parts of the suits. Now, that makes, why couldn't she just say that in the first place? Okay, that part, meaning that part with Todd's sponsors, their company, Live One and Courtside Group. They settled with her. They did what was best for her. But at the end of the day, it's like, to what avail? Because as I just read to you, Todd is still talking smack about her. Todd is still going at her. So it makes no difference. She just is putting herself in bad situations, my opinion. Then, oh my goodness, Katie Joy. And that's what I'm saying. What is her state of mind right now? Because you guys, this is a lot for one person to take in. And please don't get me wrong. I'm not feeling bad for her. I don't feel sorry for her at this point, because everything Katie Joy is going through is, she brought it upon herself. She insists on always wanting to be right. Her pride and her ego is getting in the way of what's best for her family. She will do anything in her power to prove herself to be the good guy. There comes a time in your life where you got to, at some parts in your life, you got to realize what's good and what's not good for you. And we all know Katie Joy has a pattern. She will get into that defensive mode. She'll go at everybody, and then she'll cry wolf. Then she'll use her son as a sympathy card. Then she'll come back and she'll play the victim. And then she'll use her mental state. So I think this is what's happening right now. And so much is going on with Katie Joy. I feel she's going above and beyond to take Miss Letitia down, to take Molly down. Not literally take them down, but, you know, destroy their credibility or destroy whatever they're working towards. And she will go to any lengths to achieve this. So now when it comes to nonsense on the web 2.0, this is my belief. I'm not saying it's true, but Katie Joy has a huge part in that channel. A lot of people Katie Joy has fooled. They think the world of Katie Joy. But what they fail to realize is that Katie Joy is for Katie Joy and nobody else. Katie Joy also has a tendency that she will throw you under the bus in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. Because she's not worried about anybody else's well-being but her own. And that's been proven over and over and over again. Then she posts this real quick. I have had my business for over 5 years. During this time, there have been ups and downs. Lately, I've been feeling accused and attacked for doing just about everything. Because Katie Joy, look at everything you have been doing. You've been making it your mission to destroy this group, the Justice for Vaughan. You're making it your mission to destroy this. You're making it your mission for people to know the past of, as you say, Vaughan's biological parents. You were the one to start all this, Katie Joy. All because you couldn't handle the rejection. You felt that you had to get them back. And that's exactly what you've been doing. You have been harassing them for a long time now. Look at the lengths you're going through. In my opinion, you convinced somebody to make a channel and put them on that gravy train, that you're going to get all this information with you coaching along the way. Just my opinion, because that's what I think. You have a full hand in that. So don't say that you're feeling accused and attacked. People are accusing you for something. They're only accusing you of what they see you doing. I usually take the comments with a grain of salt, but the last month has been out of control. When have you ever taken comments with a grain of salt, Katie Joy? Because you are always in defense mode. Always. There is so much proof of that. I have become a group of YouTubers' favorite scapegoat for literally everything now. Katie Joy, look at it on this side, right? You cover the daggers. There's what, 20-something daggers? So you got a lot of content to make. I only talk about you, and look how much content I put out, Katie Joy. Doesn't that say a lot about one person? Just think about it. I wake up and get messages accusing me of harming people I never met, causing illnesses in people I've not spoken to in over a month, and being someone that I'm not. Have you sat back and thought about, as you saying, people are accusing you of harming people? Have you seen everything that you've done and accused Miss Letitia of, Katie Joy? She's a scammer. She's an unfit mother. She used you. She shouted at you. So all this you saying about this mom that's going through such a bad time, still taking care of a family, and you have recruited Unirock and Nonsense, and they are going in hard on her. You haven't given her privacy. Every single day you attack her. So don't say you wake up and you get messages, because people are just stating what they see you do. All the while I rarely respond or defend myself. Now come on, Katie, that is bullshit. That is true bullshit. How many lives have you done on Facebook now defending yourself? Huh? That you even went to the extreme of exploiting your own child. Where's his dignity? Where's his respect, Katie Joy? You showing strangers what he goes through on a daily basis. It's not about you, Katie Joy. You should have put your son's well-being ahead of your own. Why? Because none of you came here for that. You are here for my content, are they? Or are they just there for the drama? So please do me a favor. I don't care who says what about me. And here we go. We've heard that how many times, Katie Joy? Whenever people or you want to come on and show that, oh, this doesn't affect you, it affects you. It would affect anybody. But you just can't do what's right. You can't take the L. You can't handle rejection. And you won't even try and learn to take all this here for your family's sake. Look at the extremes you have to go, Katie Joy, to keep a roof over your family's head. You are the sole provider. You've said that how many times? Look how much money you are bleeding unnecessarily for attorneys because you just can't shut your mouth and humble yourself and say, okay, I fucked up. Won't happen again. No, because Katie Joy must always be right. If someone is making a monetized video about me but doesn't speak to me, I know their motives. Listen, Katie Joy, the only person that can get to you, to my knowledge, is Kay Baxter. And she seems quite fine for all the shenanigans that you do. So nobody else can get through to you. So I myself are just saying it like I see it. And why does it affect you if we are monetized? It shouldn't. And once again, you're not that lucrative, girl. Absolutely not lucrative at all. I have no interest in the back and forth. How many hours has passed since you've done this, Katie Joy? And what were you doing a few hours prior to this back and forth, back and forth? What these creators are doing is nothing more than high school bullying. If that's what makes you sleep at night. Talk about me, fine. We don't need your permission to talk about you. But stop fabricating crimes, abuse, and outrage against me. Who did that? Who's fabricating crimes against you? Because if I remember correctly, Katie Joy, I remember when, not so long ago, when allegedly somebody was trying to frame your husband for creating CP, he was the last to know. Now, what kind of wife, partner, leaves your husband in the dark about something so important and he must find out with strangers on the internet? That speaks volumes about where your mind is. Criticism is fine. No, you can't take criticism. Definitely not. Absolutely not. Hell, I can take it. Trust me. Trust me, you can't. I've witnessed it. Plenty of people have witnessed it. You can't take it. But the outright lying is out of control. What outright lying, Katie Joy? You lie so much. Watch my videos. Go to, and I can prove your lies. Do some reflection, all of you. Take some stock of your life. This is somebody, you, Katie Joy, are telling people like me to take reflection of our lives. Is to do some reflection and take stock of our life. Boo-boo. Get a mirror. Get a mirror. Ask yourself, why are you trying so hard to make me the bad guy? We're not trying to make you the bad guy. You show us you're the bad guy. And we just commentate on it. And we just show everybody else. Face the facts, Katie Joy. Nobody's fabricating anything here. I'm not making anything up. I just go off of what you show us. Probably because you are deflecting and trying to distract from whatever wrong you are doing. No, that's you. And this whole post is exactly this, what you have just said. This is just deflecting and distracting from your bullshit that you're doing. Trying to manipulate people that you're going to be good, that all these lawsuits that you are going through are all frivolous, nothing's going to come of it. If I were you, I would be at a point where, holy shit, why is all this happening to me? How come it's always happening to me? Why only me? Huh? Think about it. You're not a perfect person, Katie Joy. When you fuck up, it's okay to say, I'm sorry. But no, you must know it all. I'm an easy target, I know. I am being sued, I know. But lawsuits get filed daily and most are settled, which obviously takes time. I'm not worried about the outcome. Fuck the outcome. What about all this money that you're bleeding, that you could be investing in your son's future? Huh? Because any decent parent would always put their kid's best interest ahead of everything else. Whatever decisions you have to make in life, you always make sure, how will this affect your children? That's what I do. So for now, just take a minute to back off. Excuse me? You find when people talk about you, you can take the criticism, but now you're telling people to back off? Find someone new to bother, because I'm not responding anymore and don't care about the fake drama you create about me. Heads up, this didn't last long. Absolutely not. The same message, because I am not responding to anyone and don't care about the fake drama you create about me. Just remember that, you guys. But also, thank you for continuing to make me relevant. When you hate someone this much, you are really a fan. Boo-boo. I've always said this, and I've said this countless times. If you have it, you have it. If you don't have it, you don't. You do not have it, Katie Joy. You're not relevant. You're problematic. You're polarizing. Get that straight. I don't hate anybody. Hate is not good for anybody. And I've learned this through my years. So once again, Katie Joy, you're problematic. You're polarizing. You're just an absolute clown. And the biggest thing of all is to just sit back and watch a grown woman carry on like a middle schooler. Or somebody, a child in a playpen that's fighting to get their own way. That is sad. And then after that, I feel Todd finally took the reins. And because of this whole situation prior to how Todd Chrisley called her out and making sure that people know that that lawsuits are still very much alive and well. And Katie Joy just couldn't find a way out. Okay. So Katie Joy, so he says to his wife, you know what? To hell with this, I'm taking you out for the day. They went and they actually went to have lunch, as she reported in her live later that evening. And her next post was, I forgot to tell you, I ate this today. My husband took me out for lunch for our anniversary on Sunday. Crab cakes and salmon for lunch. I wonder who fit the bill for that. Anyway, thanks Advan Guitars for the best 12 years of my life. The best part of my life is doing it with you. Plus, we made a pretty cute and amazing little boy who has the same sense of humor as us. Really? Really? I'm dumbfounded. Plus, we made a pretty cute and amazing little boy who has the same sense of humor as us. Is that all she could come up with? Because I can give you a response right now and off the back. It's not going to be that. How does she not love on her son? And the live that she did yesterday after all this was I've never heard Katie Joy say how much she loves her son, but she says how much she loves Frida. It's just an observation, but it's also a very sad observation, very, very sad. And also it's like, she says Vaughn is tube fed. So when her husband took her out for lunch, where was he? Were you all having lunch in front of him? And then she shows you the plates with the single crab cake. Now remember, okay? Remember what I read to you. Where she says, because I'm not responding anymore and I don't care about the fake drama you create about me, okay? Her next post, Nonsense on the Web 2.0, just put out these exchanges between Edmonds and Letitia. They openly talk about having me remove the post that Dre offered to let you see him. Later, Gigi warns Letitia about me, probably because trolls are sending her DMs, which are saying I'm evil, blah, blah. Then Letitia admits to using me for the body cam video. What? She said she was going to be nice to me until she got the footage. Does that even begin to make sense? Anybody can get the body cam footage. Anybody could get it from a FOIA request, right? So don't you think that somebody would have given Miss Letitia the heads up to say this is how you can get it? But if you remember correctly, where Katie Joy was bragging about the fact that she got the police report before Miss Letitia, who is the biological mother. So she felt she is above and beyond and she's better than Miss Letitia. Got you, Katie. This isn't throwing shade post. So what is it, Katie Joy? Because let's not forget, you still said, I'm not responding anymore and don't care about the fake drama you create about me. This seems to be caring a hell of a lot. This confirms what I said all along, that the Edmonds and others were actively turning Letitia against me. Maybe you're wording it wrong, Katie Joy, because this is what a lot of people do when you're involved. And a lot of people warn people about you when they know that other people are going to be dealing with you. So you get people reaching out to them, like how people reached out to Molly and Justin and told them, halt, do not. And unfortunately, they learned the hard way. So you making it sound like this was all planned out. Moving forward. It also confirms the gut feeling I had about Letitia that she was using me for a variety of reasons, which is part of the reason I started asking questions. When did you start asking questions, Katie Joy? After Miss Letitia dropped you and you got offended, you felt rejected. So you went all in on Miss Letitia, calling her a scam artist, putting it out there how she's traveling with a firearm, releasing all her past criminal history, taking pictures of her vehicles, doxing her, doing all these things, Katie Joy. But you did no wrong, right? You're the victim. You're the innocent one. Why is she relying on social media for answers? Most people will contact police themselves, given they are the biological parents. And there we have the jab again, the biological parent. How many people do rely on social media? Remember that case that you had from where the uncle ran away with his niece? Didn't they rely on media? The Gabby Petito case, didn't they rely on media? Social media helps. How did they find Gabby Petito? Through social media. Now, all this, what you're doing, Katie Joy, huge deflection. Absolutely huge deflection. You were the one that got the masses or got people indirectly to help you cause chaos to the situation. You recruited people to continue with your storyline. And in my opinion, that's exactly what you're doing with Nonsense on the Web 2.0. You're using them to get out what you want to, the malicious rumors, the harassments. You're going to use that to safeguard yourself, because that's what a coward you are. But you know what, Nonsense on the Web, you're going to be found out, and trust me, very soon, because nothing remains hidden. It's just a matter of time. And why are you so defensive of this site? Why? There must be something in it for you, Katie Joy. So that's why I'm saying again, what is her state of mind? Is she losing it? Is she stressed out? Because things are not that good for Katie Joy. She made the choice to make YouTube her life, her bread and butter. Her husband even said she's the goose that laid the golden egg. So Katie Joy is not doing very well in regard to her views, her content, all that. Not at all. But at the end of the day, there's a choice. You can choose, Katie Joy, to forget about the drama. Let people say what they want to say, as long as you know who you are or where you at. That should be good enough for anybody. But you will continue and continue until you find yourself again in a position you're not supposed to be in. Where do you draw the line, Katie Joy? You've exploited your son. You've taken away his dignity, which is so sad. Where's his respect? Look at how far you'll go. You know, people talk about, going outside to smell the grass or getting some fresh air. Now you're making it known when you're doing all this. Who the fuck cares, Katie Joy? Who? If you knew you were doing all this, let the people think what they want to think. But you've got it on your mind. You need to prove people wrong. Even if you lie, you're going to do it. So nobody else is to blame for the situation that Katie Joy is in but Katie Joy. And I'm also going to blame her partner, her husband, her significant other, because he is witnessing all this. And he should know and take reign of what's best for their family. You guys, that's it from me. Hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your weekend. I'll be back shortly with the review that she did. I'm working on 2 videos at once, so I don't know which will be out. Either Steve McRae or the review she did on Jeremy and Ginger's book. So one of those 2 will be out shortly. Thank you so much, you guys, for hanging with me. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. Please be safe out there. Be kind to one another, and don't forget, make good memories. Bye, guys.